Hey guys, it's your boy, Ballface8020, back again with another great commentary. So, yeah, the future is looking very grim for the gayest team in all of professional sports, the Philadelphia Eagles. I know there's going to be some idiots in the comments say, haha, but your Chiefs lost. Dude, I don't give a fuck about the Chiefs, okay? We've already got 2 Super Bowls. We've won the 2 Super Bowls. So, yes, I would prefer the Chiefs win every game and every Super Bowl, but, it's part of the game. It's tough. I don't know what exactly is the problem with the Chiefs right now. I know that I had, way before they even started losing, I had concerns that this team was just not as good as they had been. I'm ready to write them off for this season. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know how to fix it. I honestly don't really care. But that's where I am with that. So the thing is, nothing is going to, the Chiefs could lose every game from now for the rest of eternity, and that won't change the fact that, that the Eagles and their fans are gay, and they, there was probably, the Eagles probably celebrated their win tonight by having nasty, hardcore gay sex. That's disgusting. And, that's the team that you're rooting for. Then again, you yourselves probably celebrated the win by doing that. So maybe for you guys, it doesn't bother you. I don't know. So what the thing is, the 49ers got crushed tonight by the Ravens, who are actually a good team, unlike the Eagles. And whereas I don't know if you remember this, but when the 49ers played the Eagles, the 49ers stomped their guts all over the field. So I think there's probably a lot of, because again, you're talking about a very delusional, very stupid fan base. The Eagles are like, oh, okay, we won tonight. It didn't look good, but we won. And the 49ers lost and the Chiefs lost. And so, we're back on track for the postseason. No. The future for the Philadelphia Eagles is extremely dark. Yes, they won the game tonight. Since I'm not an Eagles fan, I'm not going to blame officiating or anything. I just, they won because they won. But the win was a very Eagles win, which is that they won just by, sorry about that, phone problems. They won, just by out-talenting the other team. Nothing wrong, with that. I mean, it's a good way to win, right? Have more talent than the other team. But it's that can't be the only reason you're winning, just overwhelming the other team physically, because eventually that shit catches up with you. The Giants just didn't have enough talent to compete with the Eagles. But the Giants also showed that a team that they don't have much talent. They don't have enough talent on either side of the ball to hang with the Eagles. But particularly, we all know at this point that the Eagles defense has some weaknesses, whatever. I'm much more interested in the Eagles offense. And, we saw again, the Giants, just either hang back or they come with those 6-man pressures. And they're really able to just keep the Eagles players in front of them and force Jalen Hurts in the offense to have those 15-yard plays down the field, often where they stall in the red zone. Now, to the credit of the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts and stuff, they are able to do that. They are able to make those, 15 to 18 play drives. That was something I didn't believe that they could do at the end of last season. And I thought that the Eagles would be a flop this year. I thought they'd still be a playoff team, but I thought they wouldn't be that good because they can't do those drives and they're not going to be able to sustain the rate of big plays they did in 2022. Now, they were able to still have a pretty good season so far this year. I know it's been up and down, but for the most part, they even a team like the Giants can take away those explosive plays. Now, Hurts is clutch. The team as a whole is clutch. He will make, Hurts will usually do just enough to win. And that's a big credit to Hurts. And that's the one thing about Hurts that I think is really special. I do think he's a good quarterback. Again, I don't think he's a great quarterback. If you ask me to pick to don't take age into account, like who would I rather have as a quarterback between, Hurts, Carr, Kirk Cousins, um, Prescott. I would put Hurts at the bottom of that list, even now. Now, again, I agree that Hurts has got got that it factor. He's there in crunch time. He's just too inconsistent for me. Um, and I think that the whole Eagles team is kind of turning back into a pumpkin. Definitely a bit of that's what I thought last year. I thought they were a real Cinderella team last year. In some ways, I've been borne out. They're certainly not as good as they. Well, see, that's the thing is, to me, I think they're a better team than they were last year, actually. But their record and statistics don't really show it. So they got a win against a pretty, I wouldn't call them a bad team, a mediocre Giants team. They will be playing the Giants again. They won't, not with that worthless DeVito guy, though. Next time it'll be with Tyrod Taylor, assuming he's not injured. That game will be in New York. I would still predict the Eagles to win because I know that the score was close tonight, but the Eagles were just clearly so much of a better team. So we'll have to see. I mean, hopefully the Eagles lose, but then again, I don't know if I want them to lose because I really want them to be playing the 49ers at home in the NFC Championship game. Arizona shouldn't be a problem for the Eagles. Like I said, the Eagles do have a lot of talent. The Eagles should probably blow them out. But the 49ers, I mean, they got stomped so badly tonight. They lose one more game. The Eagles have that bye, and they'll be hosting the NFC Championship game, assuming they get past their first opponent. Yeah, it's tough to say where that goes. I mean, I kind of have the feeling, like if you were just going to look at it on paper, it seems like the most likely scenario right now is that the 49ers win out because I don't think the Rams are any good and the other team they're supposed to be playing sucks. So I would say the 49ers win. I mean, that seems most likely, right? If you're looking at it on paper, the 49ers win out and they're going to be hosting the NFC Championship game. However, I just feel like the Eagles are going to have it. And I want them hosting the NFC Championship game, but I don't want them having that bye. And whoever they're playing, though, in the NFC, in the pre-NFC round, it won't be the fucking Daniel Jones Giants this time. So on one hand, they could. I mean, I want them to lose at home. So if they get that bye and then lose the first home game, that would be great. That would be the second best thing. Would be to lose to the 49ers on 49ers on the road. The thing is, like I said with the Eagles, there's going to be, when they lose, there's always an avalanche of excuses. Every team makes excuses. Every fan base makes excuses. Nobody does it like the Eagles. Eagles fans are the worst by far. So the thing is, you want there to be a game. You don't want the Eagles to just lose. You want the Eagles to lose in such an overwhelming beatdown that the Eagles fans look even more retarded than normal with their excuses. Because, it's like the thing is, if the game, because right now, the way I'm seeing it is, this is just the way I feel, that the NFC Championship game will be in Philadelphia. I don't know how that's going to work out. Will be in Philadelphia, the Eagles versus the 49ers. The 49ers will go into the game a slight favorite. The Eagles fans will bitch and cry and say that nobody respects us, when in fact the reason nobody respects you is because you're not any good. And then the 49ers will completely dominate the game, but only win by like one score. Everybody in the country will be happy to see the Eagles lose and will agree it was a completely deserved ass whooping. The Eagles fans will take either some call or non-call that was correct. That was actually correct, but that went against them. And they'll say, no, actually it wasn't correct. And the only reason it was ruled against us was because the league is rigged against the holy Philadelphia Eagles. Whereas the thing is, even if the league did run like that, the league wouldn't bother rigging against the Eagles because they know that the Eagles would just find a way to lose on their own, once it came up into crunch time. So you wouldn't even need to bother. So yeah, Eagles, they won the night. I'll give them that. But overall, very dark future. And it's only going to get worse in the preceding seasons for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a team of that's really gay and isn't going anywhere. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next.